Do you crave exciting sports takes and news? Fed up with the same old boring voices you hear on the radio? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you just might be a TBloomaholic. Lucky for you, it's time for another episode of the TBloom Talk Show, the #1 sports podcast in the world. Settle in, my TBloomanites, because another episode starts right now. Live from TBloom headquarters, here's your host, TBloom.
Hey, brother. What's up, Sir Charles?
Not much, man. I'm tired. It's 102 degrees here again. You know,
Wow.
Fuck, it's 100% humidity. I got lost 10 pounds sweating today. So
Jesus Christ.
Whew.
Well, at least you get to jump into a pool, don't you?
Not today. So
No pool jumps today?
No pool jumps today.
Well, I would have accidentally fell in one if that was the case. I mean, I would have been like, oh shit, whoops.
The one I saw today, you don't want to fall in.
Oh, really? Is it bad?
Yeah. You don't need all that. Probably come out with polo or some shit. Polo.
Come out with a third arm, the third cock. Because you know we have two.
Third.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's funny?
Nothing. How's the cricket going? We good?
No. We're not going to move on. Wait, you don't have two cocks?
No, I have 6, but whatever.
Weird. That's way weird. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
All right. Something's going on with my my shit. Real Tech Audio. Stop doing that. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Something's getting funky with my shit. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we are here.
Sound good on my end.
I'm clear on your end?
You sound great. Yeah, you sound fine on my end.
Okay, it keeps fucking with my audio. Anyway, we are here. We're going over the AFC South. Not the sexiest division in the league. That's why we're getting it done now, getting it out of the way so we can, focus on what really matters. This isn't the worst division in the league. I think we just went over the worst division. But it's that's true. It's definitely not the best. Let's go over a TBloom Talk Show corporate update. Right now, we're sitting at 119 subscribers, 3 days away from our month not quarterly, but our month end, and we wanted to get to 150 subscribers. So I'm calling on you, TBloom Nation, and you Sir Charles the Eighthanites out there. Get the subscribers going. We've been working hard. We've been putting out videos almost every single day. And I know, obviously, our bets don't always hit, but for the love of God, we're doing it for you guys, okay?
Yeah.
If anything, you guys just, whatever we say, go against it, you'd probably win some money. But
except yesterday, but we didn't make a video. So, here we are.
Technical difficulties, man. Life is hard. Life is hard sometimes, and it's busy.
It is. I worked 104 hours this pay period. It sure as shit is.
Wow. In 2 weeks?
2 weeks, buddy.
Oh, my God, dude. That's a burner.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Plus all the shit you've been doing and focusing on the research on baseball and all that shit.
Burning the candle at both ends, for sure.
Mm-hmm. It'll pay off one day, dude. It'll pay off.
Oh, for sure. Not to mention the MLB The Show franchise I got going. I'm 39-0 with the Orioles.
39-0?
I've played every game. I'm on dynamic difficulty. Max the hell out. Well, my batting goes up and down. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm nasty.
Let me get this straight. You're 39-0.
I'm 39-0
with the dynamic difficulty.
Yep, and my pitching is maxed. Legend plus. I mean, my pitching is maxed.
What kind of pitching do you use? The pulse pitching, or what kind of pitching do you use?
Yeah, I use the pulse pitching.
I'm a pulse pitcher too. Call me a sore loser or whatever the fuck you want.
No. Yeah, fuck off. Some of that shit is too much. I don't know. Some of the controls these days are crazy. Like, get the fuck out of here. I
have the difficulty with hitting. I will go on cold spells, and there's a fine line. Once I get to that next step, I can't hit shit. That.
I finally got up top. I think I dropped back down. I'm whatever's below legend now, and it's not looking good. I still might be trending down.
And you haven't lost a game?
I haven't lost a game, man.
Good shit. Kudos to you, because that's incredible.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've quit too and restarted them because it was looking bad.
Naturally, everyone gets a mulligan.
There's a couple. Yeah, you got it. Sometimes you need a mulligan, and once you're at 25 plus wins, you got to use that mulligan.
Absolutely.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to brass tacks. Again, also fucking follow us. Get get this TBloom Talk Show going. We're at 119. Let's at least get it to 125. I mean, that's not too much to ask for. No, 150. You're right. Get it to fucking 150.
Right?
I need 30 you motherfuckers
straight.
to go and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button right now.
Tell a friend, tell your mom, tell your grandma, and get us some subscribers, guys. Come on. Just send it out in the family group chat. I know I don't have one, but
make
people
some fake
probably
accounts.
have those.
Let me put in the
my God,
time.
put in the work, right?
Right.
Fucking people. God, yeah.
All right, let's get down to business. I want to start out with probably the worst team in football, the Houston Texans. Let's just get them out of the way real quick. We already know CJ Stroud.
Bust. Calling it now.
I mean, Alabama quarterbacks.
Ohio State.
They come out, or Ohio State.
CJ Stroud's Ohio State. Bryce Young, Alabama. He's on the Panthers.
I'm a fucking.
We talked about him.
I know about the Texans. Doesn't matter. The Texans are fucked. CJ Stroud, he's from fucking Ohio State. Ohio State quarterbacks, they don't pan out very well.
Nope.
And I think this is another case of that.
I agree with you there, but I think they got the best player in the draft in Will Anderson. I don't think it's really that close. The linebacker out of Alabama, nasty. I mean, going third as a linebacker, you got to be pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
So I know worse. I don't think they're the worst team in this division. I'll be honest with you. I like DeMeco Ryans. I think that attitude's going to be a hell of a lot different. I like some of the stuff they brought in on defense. Sheldon Rankins, Denzel Perryman, Shaquille Griffin, Jimmy Ward out of the Niners. You know I love Jimmy Ward. Really sad to see him go, but going with DeMeco Ryans, I get it. I think that he's going to have that defense playing so much better than they were last year, where they kind of just got walked all over. And I don't think CJ Stroud's going to start. I think Case Keenum will end up having that job most of the season. They brought in Devin Singletary. They brought in Dalton Schultz. They brought in the corpse of Robert Woods. So that's not going to do him any good.
All I'm hearing is a bunch of guys who aren't moving the needle for me. I mean,
they're
Dalton
not moving
Schultz,
the needle, but I think 6-11, 7-10, maybe 8.
We'll do that at the end.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay. All right.
I just don't see any firepower on the offense, man. And I don't think CJ Stroud is coming into a situation where he's necessarily surrounded by talent. I mean, yeah, he has Dameon Pierce, who's an excellent running back. Don't get me wrong. I think he is.
I had him
very good running back. I read a stat the other day that since he has the most missed tackles in per game or per run since Marshawn Lynch in 2014.
Oh, I believe. Yeah, he was fun. I watched a few of the games just because he was on my fantasy team. You know, you got to watch him sometimes. You just got to watch guys. But dude, he's got some promise, and they really didn't let him run wild either. And I mean, I don't think they're gonna with Devin Singletary here either. He's a good change of pace back. But man, they got to realize John Mechie, he missed last year. He got diagnosed with leukemia. Really, really, really good receiver out of Alabama. I guess this will be his rookie year. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. That rookie wide receiver classes have been really good lately, and he was one of the more touted guys. And it was, I think he was a first or second round pick, maybe third. He was in that first 3 rounds though. I don't know. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people.
I couldn't disagree anymore, Sir Charles VIII. I think this team might be the absolute worst team in the league, and it has nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with they're just young. They're young. They don't have an established anything yet. They fired their whole coaching staff, got a new one again. Yeah, they have a rookie quarterback. They don't have any established offensive weapons besides maybe Dameon Pierce, which we just went over. Nothing's moving the needle for me, man.
Not a fan of Nico Collins?
I'm not saying I'm not a fan of him. There's no establishment. There's nothing that I can really say, okay, that's something that's work your way. I mean, there's nothing that gets me excited about this team, to be honest with you.
I may be biased to DeMeco Ryans. I'm going to be cheering for him a little bit.
We'll see.
I think their offensive line is going to be. I think they're going to be a better team all around.
Well, they fucking better be, because it's not much.
It's hard
to get worse than fucking what they did last year.
Yeah, when there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. That's all I really got to say about the Houston Texans. Did you have anything else you wanted to go over?
No, that covers it. We clearly disagree on this. We'll leave it at that. I'm excited to check back in on this halfway through the season, and which we will do. Check, little recap thing.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. We have to
and, see where we're at.
We'll do like a
like a report card mid-season kind of thing. Check in on all the absolutely.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to, what do you say? We move on to the Colts.
Okay. All right.
Down for the Colts. Going to the other rookie quarterback, Anthony Richardson, who I heard today had a hell of a day at training camp. Had a nice pass to everything receiver. Adam Pierce.
Yes.
Yeah, had a nasty little 60-yarder.
Like that, yeah.
Which obviously that's what are they going to come out and say he had a terrible day? Yeah. I mean,
fucking jabroni out there can't throw.
Yeah, no one's fucking rushing him and stuff like that. But this guy's got the build of Cam Newton, and if he can come out like a young Cam Newton his rookie year, this defense, people forget they have the 11th best passing defense in the league. They had Stephon Gilmore. They boosted it up with the second-round pick of Julius Brents and Josh Downs in the third round. I can see this team being a very stingy defense, which is going to keep them in games. And if Anthony Richardson can just keep the ball in his possession, limit turnovers, which I know is hard to say for a rookie, especially a rookie like him who's a playmaking
He's going to turn the ball over. I was going to say, I'm telling you right now, he's turning the ball over. I watched some of his game in college. He has the potential to be so good. I mean, he won a lot of games for that team last year, throwing the ball and running the ball. But he's gonna need some time to, I think, be ready for NFL defenses and really be able to function at a high quarterback level.
Yeah, and it seems like he's going to be taking he's got all the first team reps today, is what I've read.
Okay.
Does that mean that he's going to start week 1? We'll see. Obviously, there's a lot more stuff to be seen in training camp and preseason and all that jazz. But, I mean, I'm the type of guy, if you draft someone in the first round, you fucking start him. I mean, I don't think there's this thing of, you don't want to put him into a bad spot. If the guy's going to be good, he's going to be good. I mean, you don't want to baby and sugarcoat someone.
I got two names for you. Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. Did they do shit? No.
Sure, but they had guys ahead of them that were starting caliber. Brett Favre.
Gardner Minshew, Cougar legend, is not a starting caliber quarterback.
He's not Brett Favre or Alex Smith. What the fuck? No. Gardner Minshew? No. Don't get me wrong. I love the whole Minshew mania thing. It is absolutely, it's a cool story. Yep. It's fun to, he's a fucking porn star quarterback. I get the whole deal. But man, you spent the 4th overall pick on Anthony Richardson. Throw him out there. He's going to learn. You know what I mean? There's no better way to learn than to actually be in it for real. Yep, that's my opinion on it. Obviously, I mean, there's GMs out there that don't want to rush in a guy who's around not in a good situation because they feel like it'll damage his morale. No, I mean, fuck, if he's a strong quarterback that you say he is, that you're trusting he is a generational type player, then that's not going to fucking matter. He's not going to get down when he throws 18 interceptions. He's going to fucking work his way up and learn this whole system. That's why I see on it.
Okay, I mean, I get that. I'm always for the old school throw him to the wolves kind of thing. I mean, there's no better way than to learn, at least, especially personally. That's how I learn best. Just let me start doing so I'll figure it out. I don't know. I'm worried about this team just overall. All of Jim Irsay's comments about why should I pay running backs? No, I'm not giving Jonathan Taylor a new deal.
Oh, well, let's get into that a little bit.
That's just, I mean, I get, but I think it's a bad way to start the season morale-wise. Irsay's crazy in the first place.
Irsay is fucking
Irsay's crazy. There's a bad leadership in this franchise, and I just don't have any faith in him.
So would you say you're on the running back side in this whole debate of how they should get paid and stuff like that? How do you see it?
To a point. I mean, I think the elite ones should be paid well. The fact that Saquon Barkley signed for another 900,000 in incentives over the fucking I mean that's bad for the market. They had that big running back meeting Austin Eckler set up. Next day Saquon signs that deal. I think that's kind of funny. But I think they should be paid more, at least the ones there's a lot of dual threat running backs these days that play a bulk of the snaps and are very important to that offense, like the Saquon Barkleys, the Christian McCaffreys, Dalvin Cook. I'm still surprised they let him go. But there's a lot of those running backs that I think are key cogs, and I think those guys should be paid, top dollar. I get most running backs should be making $3 million. I think it's ridiculous they make less than kickers, because a lot of kickers suck in the NFL. Let's be honest. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of really bad kickers, and you shouldn't be averaging 2.5. But but the top end ones, they need their money. Pay the guys.
I see what you mean. I mean, and I'm not saying by any means they're not that valuable to a team, especially like a guy like Saquon, who's just so important to the success of that offense. I mean, we've seen them with Saquon, and we've seen them that year where he was out the whole year, and it's night and day. But at the end of the day, one, you can't make someone spend money on you. It's their money. Like if I'm an owner and I don't want to fucking spend money, you can't.
I'm not going to pay you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Second of all, you don't, I mean, history has shown, especially you look at the last like 8-9 Super Bowls, you don't need an elite level running back to win a Super Bowl. In fact, that money that you would spend on Saquon Barkley, that 11 mil, you could diversify that to build a stronger defense per se, add some depth players. You do not absolutely need a guy like Saquon Barkley. I would honestly argue that it may be even hurting your Super Bowl chances to sign a guy like that. Because you look at the Titans, they got Derrick Henry. They're putting a lot of money into him. They haven't.
Whoa! And they traded away AJ Brown and like, what the fuck? I don't want to hear
exactly. They went the route of let's go 100% in on this generational type running back, and now look at them struggling.
Well, I think their problem is they paid Tannehill, but
something definitely said for the amount of
there's something to
money that goes into quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But
that's gotten a little bit. But I understand what you're saying there. I mean, I get it. You got to look at there's more value in that. The Saquon Barkley's the big names. They bring a fan base in. They bring in jersey sales. They bring more value than just what they have on the field to a franchise. Okay, and that needs to be considered. It's not just what you do on the field at the end of the day. It's not. It's everything you bring to the franchise. Your media availability. There's more to it.
That's a good point. I'm looking at it in a perspective of how the fuck is this team? How am I going to bring this team to a winning Super Bowl?
And I get that for sure.
I'm saying, dude, you do not. Why would I ever pay that much money for someone that I don't need? I mean, if I have Saquon,
and that depends on the owner. That's an owner thing. There are owners who want to win it, and there's owners that I don't think give a shit if they ever win a Super Bowl and just want to turn a profit.
That's how I feel about the Jaguars owner.
Oh, absolutely.
Luigi looking motherfucker. I don't know.
But when they win a Super Bowl this year, he's going to be thrilled about how much profit he makes.
Oh my God. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, let's back it to the Colts. Let's get back into it. I wanted to talk about the fact that they gained 5 new offensive linemen this year over the offseason to bolster that offensive line that really was their identity 2 years ago when they were handing it to Jonathan Taylor and had quite a bit of success. I know Jacoby Brissett, I mean, you didn't need Matt Ryan in that case to be successful. Honestly, I think bringing in Matt Ryan hurt you a year. I mean, he's on his last, is he even signed?
He retired.
He retired. I mean, the guy was on his last bit of legs. I mean, I get he had an MVP year, but that was it. I mean, he's not the type of guy that was very athletic, very mobile in the pocket.
No, he was always slow. He was one of those guys that could never move a lick. And he had Julio Jones, who in his prime was one of the best receivers ever. I mean, top 10, 15 at least. Yeah. I mean, physically, absolute monster.
Absolutely.
That is a lot to do with, and he had, what's his name? Tony Gonzalez.
Rowdy White.
He had a lot of weapons. Yeah.
I mean,
He had a lot of stuff. I mean, Michael Turner, he had offense around him.
Yeah, so I agree. I think that was a big mistake, and that's obviously easy to say in hindsight. But yeah, they need to get back to the identity of running the ball, and they need a guy with a little bit more mobility who can, extend the play. Key in Anthony Richardson.
Can do that, yeah.
Or even if they want to go the Minshew route, Minshew's no stranger to rolling out. I mean, he's got some speed to him. They do have a young receiving core, though. They got Michael Pittman Jr. and the other guy that oh my God, I'm blanking on his name.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Shit.
Not the guy they drafted, right? You're not talking about Downs.
I am talking about Downs, the 5'8", 5'9"
guy. Yeah, fast. Yeah, he's gonna be exciting. Yep.
Yeah, obviously, I think there's gonna be some growing pains there, but the potential is there, and I like the route they're going. That's why I like this team, this young youth football team, a lot more than I do the Texans. And honestly, it might have to do with the organization too. The Colts, Indianapolis Colts, they're not a mess around kind of organization. They like to win football games.
Tell that to Jim Mercer.
Texans, they don't fucking win football games. They never have. I mean, no matter what talent they bring
to be fair, if you look historically, it takes an NFL team 30 years of being around before they normally win a Super Bowl.
Tell that to the Ravens.
The Texans have only been okay.
Tell that to the Bucs.
There's outliers, of course. But they're definitely the most recent.
Why do you need 30 fucking years to make your
Talk
team?
to all the NFL teams. I don't know. It's an average that that is what it is.
I'm telling you right now, that is a piece of shit average, and whoever came up with that is probably a fan of the
It's the
Jacksonville
numbers.
Jaguars
You
or
can't.
the Houston Texans, or probably a Seahawks fan. I'm assuming good chance they're a Seahawks fan. That is not how I would look
numbers
at it.
don't lie. Numbers don't lie. So, the Texans, they're really just biding their time. Give them 10 years. They might be okay.
They were saying that 10 years ago, and then 10 years after that, before that. I mean,
hey, look at the Browns.
How many top 10 first round draft
get
picks
it
do
together?
you need?
Ask the Browns.
God,
Someone called the fucking Browns and ask them how many first round draft.
Oh man, don't even get started with those guys. I can't wait to cover the AFC North.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun one.
They think they're so good. That's all I got for the Indianapolis Colts. Did you want to touch on anything else before we move on?
No, I think they had some losses on defense. Bobby O'Curry had a good year. Yannick Ngakoue, his stats have been up and down. Still a really good player. So we'll see how their defense does. But yeah, I hope they can get back to running the ball. Jonathan Taylor, I didn't even keep you after drafting you first overall, you piece of shit. So I hope someone drafts you and does better than you did for me, because fuck you, JT.
Well, that's sweet.
Yeah,
that's sweet and salty at the same time.
I wish you the best, you piece of shit. And I will be passing if you're available.
Treat your next owner better.
Absolutely.
Might be me.
Don't take him. I'm telling you right now. You don't want anything.
We'll see about it. Where do you want to go from here?
I don't care. I mean, let's go to the Titans. Let's end with the Jags. Let's go to the Titans.
I'm telling you right now, Titans are going to win this division.
Oh, no. Yeah. Really? You think mayonnaise in his coffee, Will Levis is going to win the division? Okay.
Will Levis, will be Tannehill.
DeAndre Hopkins' corpse is going to be out there fucking with a walker trying to run these routes, not cutting.
He won't be the reason why they win it. He'll be nice, but he won't be the reason.
If you tell me broken down Derrick Henry, who isn't going to last 10 games, is the reason they're going to win it. You were just saying our running back shouldn't be paid.
Yeah, they shouldn't be.
They're going to win the division because of Derrick Henry.
And it's not just because of Derrick Henry. It's the fact that they love to play that style of ball. And he's a back capable of playing that style of ball. I'm telling you, when you get into those later months and when it's cold and you got to be able to run the ball, they play a physical, nasty style of football.
4-9 and it doesn't matter?
What? They're not going to be 4-9. No, they'll be manageable. People forget they started off 7-2 last year.
Who's going to play wide receiver for them?
DeAndre Hopkins is out there.
But okay, who else is possible? Who's going to get?
They don't need dude. They play a style of ball where they don't. They only need one good receiver. All they need is I formation.
Till 32-year-old Henry gets hurt, and then they're fucked.
Well, let's talk about their defense for a second. This team was before all their injuries. This team was a really fucking good defense, and they got Mike Vrabel, who I think is top 5 coach in the league, and he ain't 5. I'll say that right now. Mike Vrabel gets the most out of his players.
Okay.
I'm going to put this right now. I think Mike Vrabel is just as good as a coach as Mike Tomlin.
Spoken like a true Steeler fan right there.
I'm a Steeler fan, and I'll say that right now. I think Mike Vrabel's just as good as freaking Mike Tomlin. You look at what he's done with.
I get Steelers type coach. I get it. Yeah, same philosophy kind of thing.
Yeah, and their defense is going to be very, very good. They have a really good run defense, first of all, so it's really hard to run on them. They had some key injuries last year that really bring down their overall what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Their overall consistency on defense. I mean, when you're bringing in guys that you didn't think were going to be starters, who were supposed to be backups and stuff like that, and then you have to put them out as a starter, it kind of ruins the whole deal. And yes, not to mention they did have a downfall and teams started figuring them out. But I think that this team has the style of ball that they play, has the capability. And now that they have DeAndre Hopkins, they have a guy that you have to key in on. You're not going to single up DeAndre Hopkins very much. If Ryan Tannehill can take care of the ball, they can run the ball well, like they have been, and they can play some stingy defense. That is a recipe for success in the NFL. And yeah, I like it. I like it, man.
I think they got a tough record. I don't know. I don't see it this year. I don't think that the Titans are I mean, I don't think they're terrible, but I certainly don't see them being. But I don't think they're getting an over five. I don't see it. I don't see it putting the pieces together. Hold on. I just want to touch on this head coaches. So you think he is better than Bill Belichick, Andy Reid, Pete Carroll, Mike Tomlin, John
Better
Harbaugh?
than Pete Carroll.
Better than Pete Carroll. Oh wow. Okay.
Probably better than Andy Reid too.
I don't.
Or just as good. I'm not a big fan of Andy Reid. Andy Reid got lucky and drafted Patrick Mahomes.
I don't know. He had great teams with the Eagles too. I don't know if you can say that.
Yeah. Donovan, he had a fucking stacked team with the Eagles. And look what he didn't do anything with Donovan McNabb. Lost.
He's 120 games above 500 for his career. That's pretty good.
Don't care.
He's right. He's just under Belichick percentage-wise. That's insane.
Belichick's overrated too.
Oh, okay.
What has he done without Brady?
He's put together some decent teams with absolutely no skill.
I don't know, man.
Whatsoever.
He hasn't done shit without Brady these last couple of years, and he's on the hot seat.
Oh, yeah. I would love to see the day they fire. I don't see that happening.
I think he's a good mind. I mean, I think he's I like his whole strictness and stuff like that, very old school. But I think those 6 Super Bowls fluff his career. And those wins, I mean, a lot of those wins came from Brady. Sorry.
I got Belichick, Andy Reid, Pete Carroll, Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, and Mike McDermott, and Doug Peterson all above Vrabel.
Doug Peterson?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles.
You're not fucking lying there. Let's go. I can't go over them right now. Next podcast.
All right. Yep.
Top 5 head coaches.
Yep. Okay.
I'm saying Vrabel's in it, dude.
All right. I'm excited.
Vrabel's in it.
But no, I mean, I agree with everything you say. They're one of those teams that they're never much worse. They're always around 500. I don't care what happens in their season. They're always consistently right there. They've had those boom years where they had AJ Brown and some other weapons, which they no longer have.
How did you trade away AJ Brown and Corey Davis?
Oh, crazy! Yeah,
you spent 2 first-round picks.
That's what I mean. Yep, a 5th, yeah, and then just didn't do. But anyways, I don't know. I'm curious to see what happens. Are they gonna keep going with Tannehill? Are they gonna give Will Levis the reins at some point? Like I said, I think they'll hang around. But I think 500 is their cap this year.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's all I got to say about the Tennessee Titans. You got anything more?
Oh, I forgot. Or Malik Willis. Is Malik Willis going to play? Like, what's going on?
Who knows with that guy, man?
Who? No, I mean, who knows what they're going to do?
They don't even know what they want.
There's a lot of uncertainty, I feel like, with the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what route they go.
Okay. Let's move on to, you said the Super Bowl.
All right, that was an exaggeration, but I think AFC Championship game, I could see it. I think they're going to be right there at the top of the AFC this year, and that might have something to do with.
Tell me why and tell me how.
That might have something to do with Doug Peterson coming in. It might have something to do with Calvin Ridley, who I know he hasn't played in a while and was injured. I think people forget how good Calvin Ridley was. And he had washed up Matt Ryan throwing to him. Him with what's his name? Sunshine. You got Trevor Lawrence, who I think it's finally breakout time for him. I know he's put together some pretty good years. I think this is the year he really, really goes for it. They added some offensive line help to get him over there. But I think Trevor Lawrence breaks 40 touchdowns, 4,500 yards. Ridley has a great season. Their freaking schedule is cake. I mean, if you look through their schedule, there's a lot of real easy, a lot of gimmies in there. And I think Doug Peterson makes a big effect on that too. Their defense is up and down, obviously, but Doug Peterson's coming. I think he's going to have a good effect on this team. They have talent on the defensive side. They just haven't necessarily put it together yet. So, yeah, I'm excited about the Jaguars. I think they're going to be a fun team to watch.
Yeah, I mean, the Jaguars, they're coming off a very successful season. Obviously, not the way they hoped. I mean, every team wishes to win the Super Bowl, especially if you make the playoffs. But you look back, they came back against the Chargers, which for the most part, for me, showed absolute heart and determination by Trevor Lawrence. It's not easy to be a quarterback down 27-0. That was it, right? 27-0 at half.
He's got that dog in him for sure.
27-0 at half. And you still stay in the game and somehow manage to put drives together and complete the full comeback. I think that cemented his status as above a moderate level quarterback. I'm not going to say he's great right now by any means, but he's top 10, we'll say.
I think that was his arrival for sure, I would say. I think he showed what he can be when he puts it all together. And I think with Calvin Ridley coming into the mix, and I don't know much about this second round pick tight end, Brandon Strange, but a second round pick tight end, you don't spend a second round pick on a tight end unless he brings something to the table. So, I think not to mention, who did they re-sign? Evan Ingram had some crazy games for them last year. Oh my God. I like it. They're going to, I think, smash this division, and they're going to make some noise in the playoffs. I could see them in the AFC Championship game.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I can see them in the AFC Championship game. I can certainly see them be successful. Obviously, I'm going with the Tennessee Titans to win the division, but I still see this team probably making the playoffs, and I think a lot of that has to do with their, like you said, schedule. What I do like what they did, they were the 10th in passing last year.
Yep.
And they were the 5th in sacks per game on offense, meaning they didn't give up much sacks at all on offense. And they added to their line by their first round draft pick. They went O-line. So I think that's shoring up Trevor Lawrence's, security on offense. But what I am concerned about is their passing defense. They were 27th in passing defense last year, and they didn't even do anything to add to that, to booster that, to put the Band-Aid on at least.
They didn't.
They're the only guy that they got. They took their first cornerback in the 5th round of the draft.
Yeah,
I agree. No signings to the position. It's like they're trusting their defense. That
they're trusting the development. I mean, that's the only thing you can say.
I guess so. Maybe they're seeing something I'm not, but I genuinely don't like the fact that they didn't do anything to address it other than a 5th round draft pick. And same with their pass rush. They were 26th in sacks. And when you can't get to the quarterback or defend the pass, that's a recipe for a bad defense, especially in this air raid style offense that we're seeing across the league. They didn't address anything on there either. They took their first linebacker in the 5th round.
Yeah, I think they're definitely, their plan is overpower with offense. Absolutely. I'm not going to argue with you on that. They're really counting on some guys stepping up. Maybe they'll, who knows what'll happen throughout the season. There's always potential for trades, free agent, blah, blah, blah. You never know what's going to happen with training camp cuts.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a lot to go on there. Hopefully they bring in some help, because I agree. You look through their defense, and you don't know anyone in the secondary, and that's always concerning.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think this offense is going to give even the best defenses trouble this year, and that they're going to be able to hang around in games simply on firepower.
Well, I will see. I think they start out slow, and that kind of screws them. But yeah, we got 7 minutes. Let's go over the standings, final standings. Actually, did you want to touch on anything else on the Jaguars?
No, I think that covers it for me for the Jaguars.
I mean, I think it's pretty cut and dry what we know. The Jaguars pretty much coming in, trying to, with this almost the same group. Obviously, they added Calvin Ridley and Doug Peterson's coming in. They're just trying to roll with pretty much the same guys and count on that development, like you put it.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, we're going to start off. Let's go from worst to first. So I'm going to go with the Texans sitting at 5-13. I don't think they get many wins. I think all that it is going to be this year is a learning year for CJ Stroud.
You say 5-13?
5-13. Or 18
games. 5-12.
5-12.
17 games. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 5-12. Fuck my
I'm 12.
They're going to go 7-82.
There you go. Oh, okay.
Yep.
I got the Colts sitting at 5-12.
Well, fuck.
Like I said, I think they're going to end up having Anthony Richardson playing, and I think you're going to see a lot of growing pains. He's going to be fun to watch, but there's going to be a lot that's going to be really hard to watch if you're a Colts fan too. So maybe you don't want to watch the games, because I think there's going to be a lot that he might win you some. He's going to lose you some games too his rookie year. I almost guarantee it. So.
All right.
That's why I'm feeling about that.
I got the Colts sitting at second worst in the division. I got them at 8-9.
Oh, wow. You got high hopes for this division, bud.
I do. I think there's something to be said about organizations who seem to have a winning culture. And the Texans don't have a winning culture. They never have. They had it with a little bit of Deshaun Watson, but
they had some kind of culture going on there.
Yeah, something was going on there.
I wouldn't praise the Texans culture.
But
anyways,
I like the Colts organization. I mean, obviously Jim Irsay's a fucking nut, but at the end of the day, he He
has a
brings in a
very
pretty
bad Vicodin problem. I mean, yeah, he doesn't.
What's wrong with Vicodin?
I mean, when
What's
you take
wrong
them,
with drug addicts?
nothing unless you take them like Tic Tacs. There's issues.
What's wrong with that? Their body, their choice.
All right, yeah, just stop begging me for money on the corner then.
Well,
Shit.
fuck no.
Okay, then fine.
I need
I'm
someone to
gonna
pay
keep
for my
bitching,
drug
then.
habit, Sir Charles. Jesus. Have some sympathy.
Oh, no, I have none.
I can't.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Who do you got?
What you gonna do?
Second worst.
Second. I got the Titans at 6-11.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Quarterback mess. I think Tannehill ends up playing maybe a third of the season. I think they each end up playing a third. I don't know what's gonna happen here.
Oh,
I don't
God.
think I think they're gonna realize that they aren't going where they want to go with Tannehill. So they're gonna turn the reins over to the two guys and see who can win some games. And newsflash, neither of those guys are going to win you games. So it's going to be a rough year. I think those wins will probably all come in Tannehill.
Huh. Okay. Fair enough.
Yep.
Totally disagree with that. Let's move on.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
The second best.
Yep.
I'm going with the Jags. I'm going to have them at 10-7.
Okay.
And yeah, I kind of already said it. I think they're going to start off slow. I don't see them jumping very much with the team that they put together this year, specifically on the secondary and the defensive side of the ball. Sure, Trevor Lawrence might be probably more seasoned, a little bit better in that regard, but I mean, their offense, I know they got Calvin Ridley, but their offense still isn't really moving the needle for
Travis Etienne. Oh man, I don't know. They got running back depth too. I like them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but they're gonna have to score a lot of fucking points.
Oh, and they're gonna.
Well, they fucking better hope so. I'll tell you that, because they're gonna give up a lot of points, especially going up against some fucking offenses that they're about to be going up against. Yeah. So I got them at 10-7. Who do you got for the second?
All right. I got the Texans at 8-9. Like I said, DeMeco Ryans he is going to just whip. This defense is going to be scary. Absolutely scary. So yeah, that's all I got to say.
Okay.
And we know we're going for the end here. So.
I'm going Tennessee Titans. They're going to be 11-6 by the end of the year. I think a lot of people are down on them. I've already said my piece on Mike Vrabel and his coaching ability. You know how I feel about teams who can run the ball and play good defense headed into the end of the year. I could see this team not sitting in the AFC Championship because Pittsburgh will be, and I got a feeling we're going to play them sometime in the early playoff spot. So we'll knock them out, but I think this team's going to be a lot better than people give grace to, and I don't think DeAndre Hopkins is the needle that moved it for me. It obviously helps a ton, but actually, no, it was the needle that moved it for me. Having that outside guy was
crazy. Washed. He's not an outside guy.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Yep. Under 1,000 yards. I'm telling you that right now.
By design, not by capability. Because they're not going to throw the ball very much.
He might be under 800 yards. Well, you're going to have to. We're down by 20. I don't know. Yeah. I wonder what the over-under is on that. We should look at NFL.
That'd be interesting.
Props. We should talk about that. But anyways, I got the Jags 14-3, AFC Championship bound.
You're fucking smoked.
You know how many points are going to be scored by this team this year. I mean, whoo. It's going to be exciting. You're going to want to watch this.
14-3? Are you fucking
14? No.
God
completely
damn it.
Serious. Oh, no.
You heard it all here at the TBloom Talk Show, ladies and gentlemen.
Top of the AFC, baby. 14-3. Not at, but near the top. They're going to be one of the top 3 seeds.
Well, I mean, it's going to be hard to be better than 14-3.
Bengals aren't going to be there. Joe Burrow's already hurt. Bum. Yeah, that's where I'm going, though. He is a bum. I can't wait to see your face when we do the AFC. I can't wait. Steelers prediction. You're gonna love it. Oh, that's
say something stupid, dude. Say.
Oh, I will.
Fucking mute your ass the whole show for that. Saying
that's fine. I'll just. That's fine. I'll just put up a little.
Sir Charles is not going to be with us this podcast. We're going to be doing without him. No, but we got less than a minute. Great to go over this with you. AFC South predictions, TBloom Nation. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I know we always do. Always fun to come here and talk a little bit of football. We are 1 week away, or less than 1 week, for some actual football. This Wednesday coming up. This Wednesday, not next Wednesday, not the next Wednesday, but this Wednesday we got the Hall of Fame game, Jets versus the Browns, Shit Bowl of the year.
Woo!
Yeah,
let's go.
TBloom Talk Show, TBloomanites. Hit the sub button. Be back next
Another
week.
one coming Sunday. Well, no, another one coming. The double episode.
We are going to double header
Keep an eye out.
Sunday.
Keep an eye out. Yep.
We will see you then. Until next time, TBloomanites. We're out.
We out.